Welcome to FQTV for live coverage of the Kappa Queensland Cup, and what a classic David versus Goliath matchup we have under the lights tonight. It's FQP1 North Star versus the high-flying Peninsula Power for a place in the Australia Cup rounds. Well, North Star, they are the home side here at Nudgee Recreation Reserve. The game was moved due to that wet weather that's been plaguing Brisbane all week. They know the task ahead of them, though, is absolutely enormous. It's a club battling in the FQPR1, fighting for form, fighting for that momentum, but the cup gives them something priceless. A chance here to swing big and believe and take on one of the giants of Queensland football with nothing to lose. Peninsula Power, they are the Goliath of the story, top of the NPL Queensland, full of confidence and goals, and arriving here, overwhelming favourites. They have been ruthless this season, and they've got players playing at their peak. On paper, this looks like a mismatch, but the cup doesn't care about paper, it cares about the moments. North Star go into this game after defeating another NPL side, Gold Coast United, by 2-0. That was a very professional performance, and a performance that really has been lacking in stages in the league this season. It shows that North Star can go toe-to-toe with NPL opposition. They have a good young side, and the captain Adamson in goal tonight. You'll see him just there wearing the number 1. Best tonight. He'll have to be at his best tonight if they are to get past Peninsula Power. Wallace and Creator sit in the middle of the back 4 with the top goal scorer Harvey on the bench. They'll be looking towards their skipper Theodore to step up when they get the chance. On the other side, the NPL side, Peninsula Power wearing, they're all white tonight and deservedly have that favourite tag. They have been excellent this season. They dispatched Mogul in the last round, and you have a look throughout their entire squad and you have players that are playing at a very high level and players with experience playing at a high level. Power like that back 5 as you see them lined up here tonight, as North Star are the team to get us off and running, going from right to left in their blue. Have to be wary of Peninsula Power's width. Got a lot of pace out there, and obviously with their top goal scorer now Joseph up top as well, it could be a very difficult night for North Star. But that's what cup football's all about. My name is Alan Kroll, and I'm thrilled to be with you tonight for this Kappa Queensland Cup final, Kappa Queensland Cup fixture, rather. Well, it might feel like a final for North Star and Peninsula Power though. Immediately, now Joseph's in! And immediately he scores! Peninsula Power absolutely not messing around there at all. Nice little break of the ball. It's picked up well too when it comes to Nat Joseph. And that much space and time, you just know he's going to finish inside 30 seconds. And the favourites are in front. Bit of a shock for North Star, but that is a dream start for Nat Joseph and for Peninsula Power. And I tell you, it's exactly what you need in games like this. Power are without their captain McGowan in the back line. Thortel taking the armband. North Star looking to respond straight away there as that the ball trying to get through to Theodore. Goes there looking for Josh Woolley, the man that set up the opening goal for Nat Joseph. Peninsula Power looking to grab a early second goal that would really put them in comfort zone. North Star have to remain firm here. Would have been the worst possible start for Ben Winlaw. Just was going to try and keep it tight early on. Wallace with the clearance. Park. There's a late one there. I think there from Gibbs, and that'll be a free kick there for North Star. Actually Hitchcock rather with that late one. Park over it to get us back on the way. North Star just have to keep this tight for the next few minutes, stay in the game. Ball going all over the top, just trying to catch a run through, but if it goes, here's Gray. Back to Phelps. It's Gray again. He's got a little bit of room as he tries to knock it down the line. Joseph looking for that one a little bit over the top for him to run onto. It's Kurata giving away, and Trying to get up the park quickly. Now Joseph takes over here. Joseph got options to his right and left. He tries to switch it out to that left side. Kovac was making the outside run, but Peninsula Pearl still whip it through Hitchcock. There's Kovac now. Thought about the 1-2. Gibbs just not quite able to get onto it. Nice little layoff. There's a foot race on now as Phelps was under a wee bit of pressure, but not enough as Lee into Theodore. Theodore trying to turn, and in the end he will take the foul there. I think Northside doing really well there, just to put a little bit of pressure on Peninsula Power when they're trying to play out from the back. It's the right decision from the referee. Theodore using his experience well there, just to take the free kick, just to it's Perez Rodriguez standing over this one. He does have decent shooting boots from this range. It is a good sort of distance away there to get the ball up and over. Tortel watching it. Will it be something off the training ground? It is Perez Rodriguez, and it goes well over the bar there. Disappointing from the midfielder. Certainly had one thing on his mind. He's trying to get the ball up and down. He's certainly got her up. That's not troubling Tortel. 5 minutes played here at Nudgee. It is Peninsula Power with that early lead. Who else but now Joseph firing. Peninsula Power in front. That's given away here, and Theodore takes over. Walters actually taking over. Theodore was in the middle. But, they'll just have to be careful here. Thurtill just trying to play it out from the back. Opportunity for North Star with the corner. They'd love to find a way back in. It's a decent ball in. It's headed away from Phelps. And now Power look to try and launch a counter themselves. The challenge coming in from Bruhot. Really good challenge to win it back for North Star. They look to try and go right back up the other end here. Smolini. Still trying to keep a little bit of possession. They win the throw in for the moment. North Star putting a bit of pressure on their NPL opposition. Should be cleared as now Joseph chasing it down. It is collected. There's Kovac in space. He gets it across, and Joseph looking for his second there. Which are so positive when they get in there. Kovac taking on his man. I think the bounce just escapes him there. Good chance to grab the second of the night for side from Redcliffe. Trying to run onto it, but it's picked up here from Park. Park. To the lead. Theodore was the target. Brehort doing well under pressure. Here's Theodore. A little bit of a loose one. And there's an opportunity now here for Now Joseph doing brilliantly now Joseph, and in the end it's finally taken off his toes. He's no one really able to get close to the Scottish striker. Hitchcock. Now it's Gray. Gray looking to get down on the outside, plays it back inside, looking for Gibbs. Gibbs now, it's taken off his toes. And there's Walters. Walters into Theodore. Theodore tries to turn and just crowded out. Hitchcock has it. Almost coming back to Theodore from Brehart. Kovac. It's Joseph coming short as an option. Looks outside to Gray. Gray with the ankle delivery. That was a right good opportunity. Good ball into the box. It's well worked. Joseph coming short, making himself an option. The ball in from Gray is perfect there. Josh Woolley coming in near post, trying to direct it goalwards, but in the end it goes well and truly wide. I think the first 10 minutes, I think North Star just beginning to settle into the game a little bit now. Trying to get their foot onto it, trying to battle for those 50-50s. Immediately Gray's in behind. It's well worked again here, Gray. Kovac, back to Gray. Joseph looking for the ball into the box here. North Star try to launch some kind of counter-attack, but there's Messina. Kovac, got the overlap and run here of Joseph. Joseph trying to turn provider. North Star scramble it away. There's Phelps. Brehart trying to get the ball forward, but again North Star lose it. Kovac always likes to get onto that right foot, goes down under that challenge, and that is certainly a free kick in a really good area for Peninsula Power. He's just so quick on that outside. Not sure whether he's going to go back in or on the outside. Draws the foul. The referee in the middle tonight, Tom Fell, just standing over that. Peninsula Power would love a second goal. Tugging inside the box. Ball in, doesn't beat the first man either. North Star not with any options ahead of them as Theodore looking for the foul. Phelps, Messina, immediately trying to get right back up the other end. There's a overlap of numbers there. Back. Kovac trying to get it in, but he loses it. Here's Lee. There's with Park. North Star somehow managing to get the ball out there, and they've actually got the opportunity. There's Walters. They're refusing to give up on this here, Walters. And Perez Rodriguez, and eventually it is pulled back from Tom Fell there. North Star doing really well to refuse to give up on this ball. 3 players there. Perez Rodriguez. I think the foul in the end is given for the tug on Rodriguez rather than the foul. Moments before that, but it is again another good area here for North Star, and they really have to make use of the set pieces. As Phelps just having a word there with Tom Fell, didn't feel that was a free kick. I just wonder if Perez Rodriguez this time might just play the ball into the box. Rodriguez is looking here at Theodore, who is standing in offside position, but they certainly do that sometimes with set-piece routines. Rodriguez will surely have a goal from here. It is Rodriguez, and he just tries to put his foot through it, and that goes well over the bar. They'll be really disappointed with that. Just like, Rodriguez has it in his locker, and he's just trying to put a lot of power through it, but he's leant back farther over the bar. Well, it is a huge match here in the Kappa Queensland Cup, because on the line isn't just a chance to make it into the next round, it is an opportunity to get into the Australia Cup, something that certainly North Star haven't achieved before. It's a big opportunity for them. It's not often a side in the division below is able to get there. The MPL heavyweights, Peninsula Power, have been there a few times. As Kovac's in behind, there's a tug on the jersey, but Kovac still goes, gets it across, and it is headed away, and North Star able to clear. Such deadly turn of pace that Peninsula Power have on that outside, as Theodore tries to go from one end to the other. He finds Walters. Walters trying to find it back to his captain, and it is just crowded out. Peninsula Power just not letting North Star have time on the ball. Right, here's Perez Rodriguez. Theodore. This is collected here from Park. It's Kurata. Centre half just doing a little bit further forward as Lee dinking it over the top. A little bit scrappy in the middle of the park, as neither side quite able to get a foot of the ball here, but it does come to Malini. Uses the open free from Patch. That's a good ball in from Patch, and there's just no one there. I think Theodore was the target at the back post running in. It was a good ball into space as Kurata just doing enough. I think Joseph claiming that ball went out to play. The referee and the linesman playing on. Here's a switch from Hitchcock. Kurata getting in front of Joseph. Gibbs, Messina. Does come back to Messina. Josh Woolley doing really well to maintain possession. Messina, as North Star just sitting back into their shape. Just waiting for Peninsula Power to try and break them down here. Lovely touch there from Joseph. Does come back to the Scotsman. He tries to let fly and goes down. Tom Fell saying nothing in that. Messina still with it. They catch it again. It does come through to him when it comes back to him. Tries to shoot on his right foot. Certainly looks like it was a wee nudge as he tried to put his foot through it. Not enough for the referee tonight. There's Hitchcock. Well, the home side tonight, North Star, happy just to sit in the shape and wait for Peninsula Power to make a mistake. It's a little bit too rough there from Park. Referee having a wee word here with Tom Felt. He's just eager to win the ball. Well, it took just a mere 30 seconds for Peninsula Power to take the lead. Now Joseph from close range, firing the Redcliffe side in front. Since then, Peninsula Power having the better of the chances. North Star have been brave enough to venture forward a few times. A few opportunities from the set pieces, but nothing to really trouble Thortel as yet. There's enough there to show that they can be a threat. Why Peninsula side will be looking to grab a second here as Joshua Woolley with the left foot. He certainly looks like he's lining this one up. This would be good range for him on the left foot. It does favour a left foot. Josh Woolley. Oh, that is absolutely sublime from Josh Woolley. You don't see much better than that in any division at any level. No goalkeeper is saving that free kick. Wonderful, up and over the wall into the top corner. Adamson could do nothing, and Peninsula Power are 2 goals to the good, and they have that breathing space. What a goal! Take a bow, son. Joshua Woolley firing Peninsula Power. 2 goals now. And with 20 minutes played, North Star need a big push if they're going to get back into this game. Immediately they're on the offensive though. Lee looks to get it across. It is a wee bit overhit. And it's Kovac will collect it. He always likes to run, but he's just run into a bit of trouble there. Smilini, option to his right. Then and Thortel will have his first save of the night. As mentioned, it is a good young side, this North Star team. A number of players in the squad that played for Peninsula Power through levels from juniors up to the under-23s. Have to try and keep the head up here, North Star, not allow it to get away from them. Referee happy to wave play on as Theodore trying to just get the ball through to Brihat. Hot again. It's Park to his left, Malini to his right as well. That's brought down from Rodriguez. He's just trying to work some magic. Rodriguez gets it onto his left foot, gets the shot away, and Thortel makes a good save. It's the first real save he's had to make there, Thortel, and it all comes from resilience from Rodriguez to refuse to give up on the ball. Gets the shot down well, forces the tonight's captain into a stop. Well, the rain has caused quite a number of games to be postponed this weekend. At Brisbane has been looked like it was going to be a decent day as well. The start of it, but the rain came down, and well, it doesn't look like it's going to get any better throughout the weekend. game certainly been pushed ahead here. Well, that's a mistake from Park, and the opportunity for Joseph just looking to, as I say quite often, trying to channel his inner Kenny McLean. Chip the keeper from distance. There's Gibbs, Kane Gibbs with it, and he needs to play it back. We're now into Hitchcock. Hitchcock, a little bit of space for the midfielder. Try and look for something. It's laid off to Joseph. Joseph, it's a nice ball out to Kovac. Joseph looking for it back in the middle. Kovac gets it back across. Jove looking to lay off, and it's saved there as it's fired towards goal from Gibbs. Still with Gibbs. North Star looking to win the 50-50s here, and they do, as Park looks to try and get North Star back up the park. He goes to go down the line towards Theodore. Phelps intercepts it, but North Star do gain some territory, and they are able to get up the park. They look to try and put a bit of pressure of their own. Looking for the long throw here, 25 minutes played. Start giving their best here. It's flicked in, it is headed away. And they find a spark from somewhere. Deflection on the shot, and it just goes a whisker by the post. There's Brehart with the attempt, and we have a corner kick here for North Star. Well, definitely had a few opportunities in and around the area just to try and create something. A few free kick chances, but now here's the opportunity from the corner kick. Has to try and make something happen. It is the captain over it. That's a good ball on top of Theodore, and it is headed away on Woolley. Probably will be same again here from Theodore. A few bodies looking towards that near post. Theodore does play it in. It goes all the way back to post. It is. I think Walters looked to try and get the final touch, like Tom fell in the end. And it went for a goal kick. Not a bad ball in this there from Theodore. It's just forcing Peninsula Power into trying to make a mistake as Hitchcock plays it back across goal. Lee will collect that free kick. It's Karata. Also look to try and get this into the other half here. Karata does go there. Theodore doing enough. Lee with it, and the referee in the end eventually just giving it back to Peninsula Power. It was a delayed decision from Tom Felt. Theodore, I think it'd be a little bit too rough. Hasn't been the best of runs for North Star going into this game. It was a wonderful 2-0 win over Gold Coast United, but in the league that's 3 defeats on the bounce to Logan Lightning, Brisbane Strikers and Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Peninsula Power have all wins in the last 5. Well, the biggest scale was that 3-2 game against Magic United, with a 2-0 win, comfortable 2-0 win away from Morgan Rochdale Rovers. In between that 4-0 win over Gold Coast United themselves. That was a little late one. Yes. Hitchcock's just to get away. It does look like both players collided. Well, next up in the league for Peninsula Power is an away trip to Olympic next weekend. They'll look to maintain their momentum for that title charge. En route here to getting into the Australia Cup. There's a back delivery. Oh, good save, Adamson, but referee saying there's a foul. Over the top looking for Walters, it's just not quite coming off at the moment for an off start. Oh, trying to find Joseph, and always a willing runner, and he almost manages to nick it off the toes of Park. There's an off star throw, half an hour played here live on FQ TV, joined here tonight by Alan Kroll. They're playing football the way it was meant to be played tonight, and cold, rainy night at Nudgee Reserve. Peninsula Power, very professional so far. An early goal from Joseph, and a wonder free kick from Joshua Woolley. The difference between the two sides is North Star looking for some way back into it here. Comfortable play. It does got to Malini, looks to try and get a shot on goal. Does there for Theodore. And somehow the save from Phelps, and in the end the offside flag does come up. Best chance for North Star here. Looked like it was going to go for a goal kick, and then Theodore trying to make something happen with it. And I think it was touched from a North Star player. I think Walters getting the final touch, preventing the corner. A little scare there for Peninsula Power. That's what North Star just have to do a little bit more of. It is North Star have certainly competed well in the opening half hour. I do feel though that they can't afford to lose another goal in this half. They really need to be the side that get the next one. A shove there, and frustration is parking. There's one back, but it's just strong from Hitchcock. That's what he does so well in the middle of the park for Peninsula Power. Good strong challenge, and it might break away here from Lee. Lee looking for it back off Theodore. Lee gets it back. He's got options in the middle. If he can pick someone out, and he's just a little bit overhit as Walters coming into that back post, and it is almost gone for a corner, but I think it was Driver preventing that from going for a corner. Not sure if it did go out, well, it's just a throw here. North Star looking for a way back into this match. It's going to be a long throw from Patch. Got a few options there. Offstar aren't the biggest of sides. There is that long throw. It's right on top. Headed away. Offstar looking to keep the ball at this end. There's a little layoff, and Thurtell quick to react as Walters tries to pounce on the header. That chance goes away for Peninsula Power, or for North Star rather. There's Joseph flicking it on for Josh Woolley. Hit to Kovac, headed away from Patch. Patch has had a really difficult time out on that side against Kovac. 10 minutes to go here till half time. North Star certainly competing well, as we've said, but 2-0 down to Peninsula Power, and a third goal will certainly put this game out of sight. Can't afford for that. Here's Kovac, plays it in. It is flicked on, knocked away though. Perez Rodriguez doing his defensive duties. There's Gibbs trying to make something happen, and it is back. Here's Messina to Phelps. Hitchcock was looking for it, but does come to Hitchcock there. Driver into Stokes. Stokes filling in for McGowan. Woolley. He loses out. And a chance for North Star to break here. This is where they have to be dangerous, and it's just one touch too many. So frustrate there as Perez Rodriguez had to release the ball quicker. Just tries to do a bit too much. And that just gives Peninsula Power the opportunity to regain possession. Again, that long diagonal ball. There's Nat Joseph. Out wide it goes to Kovac. Kovac shaping up against Patch. Gets away from Patch. Does it back into Woolley across to Hitchcock. Messina to Hitchcock. And now is with Gray. Back to Hitchcock, who gets it across, and it's stabbed wide as it looked to come back to Nat Joseph. North Star holding on here, and that will be a corner for Peninsula Power. Good movement from the home side. Hitchcock does well to get that across, and it is good defending from Karata. And Phillips just having a word with Messina there, is looking for the all-important third and killer goal. They're going all the way to the back post, and there's no one there for Peninsula Power. Patch looking to prevent the other corner, but it does go out there in the end. North Star having more time there than they thought. Will be the right foot delivery, and it's just over the bar. It was Messina that got onto that one there, the ball into the box. It does look like it was him, it was. Just couldn't quite keep it down. He did have a couple of players on him too. Well, it's half-time approaching. Peninsula Power have a really strong bench. Players they can rely on, and a little ball looking to find the winger, but it just a bit overhit, and that's a bit of a sore one on Brehot. Ulster, of course, as well have players on their bench they can rely on more than Harvey. Nicholas Harvey, their current league top goal scorer. Certainly a player they can bring on in the second half as they try and chase their way back into this game. There's Rodriguez. He does well here. Perez Rodriguez. Got a few players looking for it in the middle. It does come across there to Theodore. Back out to Lee. Lee trying to squeeze it through to Theodore. He's refusing to give up on it, and he does manage to get there. And Thurtell makes his body big. Costa refusing to let Peninsula Power get out the box here. And there's a deflection on the shot, and it's in! Brehart will claim that one for sure, but North Star refusing to give it up easily. It's a wicked deflection on the shot from Brehart. It beats Thurtell, and North Star have a lifeline in this game. It's exactly what they needed. And the FQPL one side have found a way to goal. Well, sometimes in football you just need that little bit of luck. Usually comes in the form of a deflection, but that was a miracle deflection. Seen that happen so many times in the game. Sometimes just have a go, have a crack from range. He did that. Thurtell was beaten. And now North Star's tails are up here. Rodriguez, little layoff as Walters has it. Theodore wanting it back. Here comes to Brehart again. Takes a wee deflection. Might come to Theodore. Lovely turn. Theodore with a chance. It's saved and spilled from Thurtell. And he gets it the second time of asking. And at the moment, Peninsula Power are looking a wee bit rattled. Thurtell under pressure. It's a great kick though to Ovak and up to Woolley. It's intercepted and back to Stokes as Peninsula Power just putting their foot back on the ball just to regain a little bit here of a little bit composure. Phelps goes long. Oh, it's just drifted offside. Adamson launching it right into Peninsula Power territory. Rodriguez just trying to find Brehart. And it's picked up. Messina out to Gray. Gray with some time. Joseph making the run there that tries to find Joseph. An intelligent run from the striker wasn't able to be picked out, and North Star will look to break from one end to the other. It is a good wee ball to Malini, but he's just beaten by pace. Back with Gray. It's great. Forced to make the error, the Australian winger. Both teams really fighting for it. It's just gone for a Peninsula Power throw. Rhys Gray just always comfortable, happy to fight and battle in that wing back position. So good at getting up and down the park. both him and Kovac on the other side as well. Just so willing to do both sides of the game. Gibbs' header though is just given away. Now Theodore with it again still. Ball forward here to Patch. Patch tries to play it in, but that's straight into the grass of Thortel. Here's Phelps. I think you just feel at the moment Peninsula Power will be just looking to try and get in at half-time at the current score. Throw for North Star. The throw taken earlier from Lee, trying to find Walters. It is cut out. Is Gray over the top from Gray. Joseph beaten to it from Kurata. .45 played. We've played the opening half of allotted time. We'll see what's added on here. Anywhere will do. Phelps launching it forward, and Joseph refusing to give up on it, and he collects it here. There's a left foot delivery. Comes to Woolley. It's Kovac. Patch winning it, and North Star are able to clear. It's collected from Stokes into Hitchcock. 2 minutes being added on here. Additional time. Peninsula Power would love to get that third goal. Lovely little ball through here. Chance for Gibbs if he can get something into the box here. Gibbs does manage to get it across, and it is turned around for a corner, and that probably will be the final piece of action in this first half. North Star looking to try and hold on here. For a spell in this first half, it did look like North Star might be buried, but they managed to find a way back into this game, and they will be praying that they do get to half the current scoreline. Peninsula Power, you feel the tension around the ground here for this corner kick. It is a deep one towards the back post, and that's collected from Addison as you feel the relief. He looks to try and get the ball up quickly, but it is Phelps who wins it really well. Now here's Kane Gibbs with it, and Topfell does blow the half-time whistle, and what a 45 minutes we've had at Nudgee Reserve. 2 cracking goals from Peninsula Power, and looked like they were en route to the next round before a North Star equaliser, a goal back, has it 2-1 at half-time. Half-time at Nudgee Reserve, it's North Star 1, Peninsula Power 2.
Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give.
Baby girl.
At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. with sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Future game is changing, and so it's really important for us to understand that we're not developing players for the here and now, it's for the future.
It's extremely important to have an identity as a state. There's some key characteristics that we identified as being really important to Queensland players. The first one is creative, which refers to a player's technical ability, their base level technique and their X factor qualities. Second is courageous, how players influence the game, their levels of effort, their absolute desire displayed on the pitch. And then there's competitive, so their winning mentality, and that's got nothing to do with winning games. And that's a never say die effort, which is a hallmark of Queensland players in the past. It's something we want to continue to preserve.
That sort of frames everything we look for in a Queensland player. It's really important for every fan of every club, for every member, for every player to understand what it means to be a Queenslander, lean into the nature of the Queensland spirit. I think this is the most exciting time for youth development in a long time in Australia. We've seen so many young Queenslanders move on to bigger and better things. We've seen so much national team representation, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of the focus on youth development in a professional sort of setting within the A-Leagues. So if you're a young Queenslander, it's our job at Football Queensland to ensure that we're giving every opportunity to players to reach that stage and support talent wherever it may be to reach the higher echelons of the game.
I think football was always my thing, yeah. I just loved it. I love being a part of the team and I love winning. I played for Warriors in Townsville and it was really good and I learnt a lot and I felt like I was just having fun. I was really nervous at first because I'd played against these girls all growing up. Like I'd always been in the Townsville team, they'd been in the Metro teams, and I was really nervous because I didn't know whether I was good enough or whether I was just like overreaching. With the right support and the right coaching and the right programs to be identified, like carnivals, you can definitely get spotted and you can do it. From there, it's just how much you want it, really. The Queensland State Team program has helped me believe in myself because a lot of the time when I don't believe in myself, I don't perform as well, and that's probably what's let me down. Off the field, I'd say just like becoming a better person and more mature and friendly and outgoing, and I feel like helps me bring me out of my shell, I guess, yeah. I feel really, really grateful and really honoured that I've been selected and that I've been seen and identified to be good enough to play, just to have the opportunity to play in front of national team coaches, and I just feel like super confident, super eager. It's really good to see my kind of progression from not making it at all to making it. The Queensland State Team program can really help push you into the A-League teams, the Premier League teams, the Matildas representing your country, and that's something that I aspire to do. I think just the level of coaching and the intensity and playing in a better team definitely makes you a better player, and you kind of understand what you have to do to get to that level, and it's, yeah, really good.
How do I feel this time? What's it off?
Flag up there for the offside as North Star would love to find an equaliser as early as possible in this second half. Peninsula Power know they have a lot left to do. There's space, it gets inside there. Walters tries to get onto it, comes out to Patch, and it just goes by the post. North Star showing that they mean a lot in the second half. Well, that first 45 minutes, Peninsula Power certainly looked the more dangerous of the two sides when they did get into the final third, but North Star battled and found their way back into the game despite wicked deflection, but they will claim it. Again, it's a little dink over the top. It does come there to Brehart again, tries to get the shot away, plays it across through to Theodore. And I think the flag had gone up again there. Tom Phil just telling him to get out the way. Here's Kovac. On the near side now, finds a throw into Joseph. Both benches claiming absolutely everything. North Star on the side with the momentum at the moment. That's met by Driver. As Wallace with the long throw. There is that long throw. It does go into the box. It's headed away. It comes all the way back to the defender. That's a loose header, and it allows Gibbs to unleash here. Now Joseph looking to get to the byline, and in the end he's just crowded out. There's Kurata coming across to deal with the striker. Richard so quick to go from one end to the other. Joseph was in that defensive position. Getting his side up the park. There's the early goal from Na Joseph in that first half, and the wonder free kick. The two goals that have Peninsula Power in front here. And he called rainy night at Nudgee Reserve under the lights. Friday night football. There's Malini driving forward, looks to get across there to Theodore. Theodore tries to get it back in, and it is collected from Thurtell in the end. Behind that left foot strike there from Na Joseph. Fair amount of power behind it on his weaker side. Joseph with a layoff. Finds Malini. Back is Hitchcock. Out to Kovac. Kovac does get it in, and that's saved from Adamson. And he'll look to try and get North Star on the road quickly. Theodore gets it across. Malini in space. He's got Thurtell to beat, and he couldn't hit the target. Well, he's got to do better with that opportunity. North Star working it really well under a bit of pressure. It's quick movement. Theodore, intricate passing there. So Maloney's just got to try and at least either get it back across where Perez Rodriguez was, or trouble Thortel, hit the target. Starting to be a little bit braver on the ball, North Star. I think that's close siding with Peninsula Power just taking the foot off the gas just a little bit. Here's Hitchcock looking for it back. Now Joseph. Joseph's looking for that one back quickly to him. Tackle comes through in the back, and then it's a free kick and another fantastic position. We've already seen a wonder goal from Joshua Woolley in the first 45 minutes. This one might be slightly harder too, because it's actually a wee bit closer. Good Peninsula Power do it again here. There's Kovac, the right foot standing over this one as well. Certainly haven't been at their best here. There's the left foot again, but this time it goes up and over the wall and not trouble Adamson. And goals. Just wondering if Kovac had a better position to strike it on the right foot. Some troubled header. Gibbs, Gray trying to chase it down, and he's just beaten to the ball from Lee. Hot. Rodriguez finds Walters. Walters' pass is just intercepted as he couldn't find the run of Maloney. Referee saying play on. Here's Walters. Switch of play. Finds Theodore. Spill from Thortel. And cleared away. Decent strike from Theodore. Now Georgetown trying to get onto it. There's Park. Back to Adamson. Here's Wallace. Wallace will look to go long, and it's a good ball over the top there. It's just a little bit ahead of Walters. Just a bit too far ahead. There's Joshua Phelps. He's allowed to drive a little bit. Kovac launching it. It's headed away. Here's Hitchcock. It is Gibbs. Out to Kovac. Kovac gets it across, and it just whistles by the post. No one could get a touch onto it. Peninsula Power looking to extend that lead. It's the first time that Kovac's got the space in the second half that he has done so often in the first 45. Oh, just going by the post. Should be on there for Patch, but he doesn't quite get there. The ball into Parks, a bit loose. Patch with it. Referee pulling it back there. The foul for Peninsula Power. Here's Hitchcock. It's got nowhere. Harrison collects it. Full credit. And he has to go to North Star at the moment. When you're 2-0 down to the MPL League leaders, you can be forgiven for dropping your heads, but they refuse to give up on it. Here's Theodore again. Theodore on the right foot. Shots blocked from Driver. It is collected. As Rodriguez lifted that one into the box. It was cut out and the clearance was made. Here's Patch. Second bite at the throw here for Patch. Patch playing on his side. Referee thought about putting it back and he does in the end. I think it was Mulaney who was caught through the back. Again, it's a good chance here for North Star to get the ball into the box and just cause a bit of trouble for Peninsula Power. Was it this round last season that Peninsula Power were pulled close as well from Marlon Coast Rangers? He's floated in from Park and it just enough for Thurtell to come out and collect a poor ball in the end from Park. Park will do his defensive duties to prevent Peninsula Power launching that counter. Kovac. Here he is again. Kovac has been really inspirational this season for Peninsula Power, a player that is so creative, and he certainly was in that first 45. Hasn't quite been the same in this second half. The Las Vegas-born winger. This is his second season with Peninsula Power. It is Stokes. Driver out to Hitchcock. Hitchcock with a quick touch, looks inside. Park nicks it off him though. Park is looking for some option, looks back inside to Theodore. It's not the best of balls to the skipper. He's clipped a few times. Surely the referee will bring that back there. He does, as Park and Theodore linking up, and it's a free kick once again. In a decent spot. It's got to be a better ball into the box though this time, as Park decides to leave it as Perez Rodriguez is coming across. There's calls from the bench for Park to take it, but I think that'll be left here. It is for Walters. Brehart's goal. Pull one back in the first half as North Star looking to get back on level terms here. Walters, that's a good ball with a lot of pace. And it's volleyed up and over the bar. Yeah, why not? There's Lee with the volley over the bar in the end as Peninsula Power making their changes, and that is with the respect for North Star. They have played a really strong 11. Peninsula Power tonight. Miyazawa coming on to the field. He'll just add that little bit of energy and excitement. Peninsula Power have just been lacking in the second half. Kovac was trying to link up there. It's Joseph as well. Here's Hitchcock, intercepted with, here's Park. Has to play it inside. There's the Little touch and turn in space now as they do have numbers as Brehart running into trouble in the end. Run into driver, but it's given away. Here's Theodore! And it's turned in! The captain shows the way! And North Star are level from 2 goals down. They're back level with the NPL league leaders. What a finish from Theodore. Thortel got a touch onto it though. So much power from the skipper. And North Star are level. This is sensational as North Star make their first substitutions. And we did speak about that man, Nicholas Harvey, coming on to the park. We'll get confirmation of exactly who makes way for him. I think it might have been Brehart. But nonetheless, the captain has pulled North Star straight away. Peninsula Power just trying to get right back up as immediately straight from kickoff. They're not messing around now. Joseph with the first time volley, not too far away at all. Well, this is what cup football is all about. An hour played here at Nudgee Reserve, live on FQTV. Is the Kappa Queensland Cup. And North Star from 2 goals behind are level. Kovac just slipping. Oh, there's a period in that first half where Peninsula Power was just so happy on the ball, playing around. They were 2 goals up, they were cruising. I just have a feeling though, to be fair to Peninsula Power, that they do have a gear to go up in if they can just find it. North Star doing absolutely everything to prevent that. Here's Kovac. Just slip there in the wet, and now they'll look to go from one end to the other. It's Theodore. Theodore gets it across here. It is with Walters. Walters gets it back across, and it just needed a touch from anyone as Harvey was the one screaming into the back post. Walters, I just need a touch from anyone. Seemed great. Was making inroads as well. And North Star just so quick to get from one end to the other. They're happy to allow Peninsula Power to try and play their way forward. They'll just get the ball direct up the park as quick as possible. Peninsula Power not liking that. North Star already defeating one NPL side as they look to do a double. There's that long throw, is headed away. There's Lee. And now the foot race is on as now Joseph looking to use his intelligence. He does win it, he's up on his own. Now Joseph, he's pulled down. The tug on the jersey. It was a goal scoring opportunity from Joseph. Patch pulls him back. Now Lee, referee's having a long think about this here. Joseph doing really well. Is a red card as well for North Star. Patch has been sent off. Tom Fell just He had a real long think about it. It was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. A tug on the jersey. And Patch's night is over. A little bit of frustration for North Star. They've worked so hard to go level in this game. But the intelligence there of Joseph, he's up on his own, he's got 3 players around him. He still finds the space, and he makes North Star, he makes them make that mistake, really. He's standing over this on the right foot. I think he might want to take it too. The 10 men of North Star have worked so hard. Chappelle will look to flex their muscles now. As the shot is deflected round for a corner. Well, it could be a long evening for North Star potentially here. They've got to do this with 10 men. And the Peninsula Power were heavy favourites before. They've got to be even more so now. There's the ball in, it goes all the way through. It comes back to Kovac. Doesn't quite get a good connection on it. Now Harvey not really able to do much with it. Finds Theodore. Theodore tries to touch a ton, and that's a late one this time as well from Stokes. Yellow card given to Stokes. Sparkling for Stokes to be sent off for that one. He's just a bit late. He's just slipped as well as he's tried to slide in. Now it's North Star 2, Peninsula Power 2. North Star down to 10 men with the tug on the jersey from Patch. Here's Harvey. Harvey crowded out. Does come back here to Rodriguez. Got a few options ahead of him with Theodore. Space will most likely be limited, although he does really well to get it across. It is head away. There's Melini just look to try and get the volley away. It's Harvey. Still North Star come. They get it across. It's not properly cleared. It's headed on goal. And that is a save of absolute quality from Thortel. Peninsula Power needed their number 1 there. That is just a keeper. A top drawer save. Reaction stop from Thortel. And I tell you what, if it goes 3-2, North Star have got everything to hold on for. But despite being down to 10, they're pushing for a third. Theodore to take. It's a good ball! And it's turned in from Wallace! And North Star are ahead. The 10 men have found a way to score from the corner. We spoke about set pieces being key. Wallace completely unmarked. It's poor defending from the NPL side, and North Star are in front. They had a huge chance moments ago that was saved from Thortel. But this is just outstanding from North Star Football Club. In that first 45 minutes, they looked out of it. But they are in front. With 20 minutes to go, Peninsula Power are staring at an exit. And North Star staring at this Druya Cup, although they have a chance here. Mirzawa gets it across, it's thumped away. Well, I mean, this second half especially, North Star have been so brave to get forward and have met Peninsula Power high up the park. They put pressure on them. they've got to balance that with sitting back now, because if they sit back, they just allow Peninsula Power to put pressure on them. There's a Peninsula Power side, as I said, they're top of the table, top of the tree in Queensland. Ball headed up, Miyazawa tries to get a touch onto it, Adamson's there, Kovac does well, and again he just couldn't quite connect with it. Well, we might start to see some of the time-wasting tactics from North Star now. Adamson not in any hurry to take this goal kick, as he has been of the last few. Peninsula Power have only lost 2 games this season in the league. North Star have lost 9 in the division below. They're still coming forward though, as they look to try and stretch their lead. There was lots of numbers forward, and that will leave them short at the back, but Park takes it off Kovac. There's Milini, and he gives it away too. Miyazawa, it's a late challenge. Walters, I think it was, doing his defensive work, and he brings down Miyazawa, and Tom Fell, not surprisingly, pulling that back for the foul. It was a striker's challenge there. Yellow card also being banished to the North Star striker, who's playing more like a central mid. Or everyone back defending now for North Star, not a single player in front of the ball. A few more changes being made as Kovac comes off the park. Bob Merriam coming on for the change of Kovac. He will just bring a different dimension for Peninsula Power. Big and strong and quick. Ball's floated in, it's headed back across, and Miyazawa thought he'd equalised, and it was Park who heads it off the line. Well, you've seen here Miyazawa and Will Merriam just unmarked at the back post here when it gets headed back across. I think actually go back across from Kurata. Miyazawa intelligently heads it back in. All played in, it headed away. Mackenzie was a target. Every clearance is cheered as Theodore trying to not give up on it. Ali was there too. There's players battling in the middle of the park. Referee will look to let the game continue. He does, and there's a header. Wide it goes. Tell you, North Star not happy at all that the referee allowed game to play on as Park was down. Wallace and Park were amongst it. So much on the line here tonight. 15 minutes of football left to be played, and that is a long time to play down to 10 men. But I tell you what, it hasn't changed the way this game has gone at all from an offside point of view. Mackenzie having a quiet word in the ear. Phil just talking with Theodore and Walters as well. I think the referee's saying he has to go off the pitch because he was down. So for the moment, North Star down to 9 men until he can come back on. It's Gray getting a touch. It is a throw for North Stars. Every single throw and every single kick is cheered from the home support. There's one Merriam. Look to try and get the puck quickly as possible. It goes out wide, goes across. Now Joseph at target. Dubs it out here to McKenzie. Oh, good save. And Joseph looking for it. Scrambling defensive work from North Star. It's Conor McKenzie getting it back across. And now Joseph trying to squeeze it in. Theodore winning the header just off Phelps. Lee can't get there. One Merriam with it. Joseph making the run on the inroads. It's not Joseph. He gets it across. And it's surely the equalising goal. It is. He scores again. And Peninsula Power level. It's 3-3. Joshua Woolley scored a magical free kick. And he comes up the other end to pull Peninsula out of a hole. I tell you, they're in a hurry. They don't want to go to extra time. Well, you need your big game players in situations like this, and Joshua Woolley is one of those, although he just gave it away there. There's McKenzie. McKenzie drive and run, but he's beaten by Walters, who takes it off him. There's not much space for North Star to use as Theodore tries to chest that down. Does back with him. Here's Theodore now. Theodore looking to try and get up the park into Walters. Harvey with the slip. Now one Merriam. Joseph's trying to make that little run, but it's not the best of balls. This is turning into a frantic game as Harvey pushed to the ground by Merriam. What a game of football we've had tonight. North Star have really given as good as they've got this entire 80 minutes played at Nudging Reserve. The second half performance from them has been nothing short of remarkable. Miyazawa the target. There's Chappelle looking to get out into that second gears. Miyazawa and now Joseph just remaining up top as long ball goes. Walters tries to head it across down to Theodore. Doesn't quite reach the skipper. Here's Miyazawa. Looks inside to Josh Woolley. Just slips on the ball, but he does pick it up, and here's with Ali. Miyazawa. Back to Ali. Miyazawa again. Getting to the byline. Trying to get that one across as he has options in there. It'll go for a Peninsula Power corner. There's Joshua Woolley to take. Driver coming up from the back as well. McKenzie is there too. There's a ball in, and it's right at Adamson. He's been prevented from releasing the ball. He looks to try and play it quickly while Merriam does collect it, and it will just come back at North Star. Here's Ali by Merriam. Park trying to get there. It's a challenge by Merriam. He got the ball. It's Theodore using his body off Ali and winning the throw. Actually, not winning the throw, is it? There's a Peninsula Power throw. 10 minutes to go. Yeah, Nudging Reserve. His driver to Phelps. He's back with Phelps. There's Mackenzie. Driver again into Ali. Not sure what Phelps is trying to do there, but it does come off here. Mackenzie with the angle ball. Rizawa was that target. 1-2. Mackenzie, option to shoot here. Mackenzie! He just couldn't quite keep it down. Oh, he does have the right foot on him. He had time as Park was caught to come out. No one came out to him. Why not have a go? Oh, less than 10 minutes to go here in the Kappa Queensland Cup. What a second half football, especially we've had tonight. Friday night football. Who needs the World Cup when you have the Kappa Queensland Cup on your doorstep? 3-3 the scoreline. There's a 10-man North Star looking to try and hold on as Rizawa just slipping there. He still manages to try and get it through. Here's Harvey now. Looking for some options. He's nothing really ahead of him and he has to just lose possession. There's Theodore coming so short as North Star just beginning to look a little bit leggy. There's Ali just in a battle for it, but he then concedes the throw. It is Lee with it. And he's just going to launch it towards that flag as Gray comfortably wins the header. North Star have to get back and do the dirty work here. Joseph Merriam in space. That's where he wants it to. He's got it. Just to try and get across as Joshua Woolley in the box here looking for his hat-trick. Good movement again. Well, Peninsula Power in the final third. They're really going up a gear since conceding that third goal. Merriam to take. On top of Adamson! And it's off the line and then turned in by the talisman! Now Joseph steps up when Peninsula Power needed him most and pulls the NPL side in front, and surely now are on their way to the Australia Cup. It was hard luck for North Star. But now Joseph, he scored after 30 seconds and he scored again. The former Hamilton man doing what he does so well here in Australia. It's 4-3 and Peninsula Power just have to hold on now. North Star just have to throw everything at it. Here's Park, cuts it out. Harvey looking inside to Rodriguez. He's just gone a little bit quiet there. Over the top it goes, and now Joseph trying to bring it under control. And he cleared away as they look to run down the clock now, Peninsula Power. Merriam into Ali. Joshua Woolley, lovely little layoff. Referee waves play on. There's now Joseph with the right foot. It's safe from Adamson. Wallace Have to get it away. The throw's given to Peninsula Power. There's Theodore. Harvey to his left. Harvey looking up and over the top as the run was there, but Peninsula Power just having the numbers. Joshua Woolley, referee, saying nothing in that, which is Theodore. Theodore going by 1 or 2, but Joshua Woolley gets back to collect by Merriam. Now Joseph. Miyazawa to his right it is with Miyazawa. Got a few options in the middle now. Miyazawa looks inside, now Joseph on the turn! And there you go from the hat-trick hero. The Scotsman puts it beyond any shadow of a doubt. Peninsula Power are into the next round. Lovely turn and hit on his left foot. And he coolly dispatches it. You wouldn't think Peninsula Power under pressure at all there. Joseph with his hat-trick. And that will be game over here at Nudgee Reserve. That's what he does. The referee started the game with Miyazawa and Joseph in the other half. I'll tell you what though, I think North Star, no matter what, can hold their heads high in this match. They were down to 10 men for a large spell of the game and still managed to go in front. Didn't drop their heads, continued to battle. I think in the end they were just beaten with tiredness. You see they were really getting exhausted towards the end there, and Peninsula Power going up a level, flexing their muscles, and when the top players start performing, especially Joshua Woolley and Joseph, that's the difference between the two sides. And it's away at the front post. A few changes being made now. North Star bringing on a few of the young guns, getting an opportunity here to come onto the park for the final couple of minutes. Swinlaw making his way on there as well. Eckersley and Kadam waiting on the wings to get their opportunity. North Star have battled extremely hard and have really drew the MPL side so close. Yet so far, that's the cruelty of football. It's a hope that kills you, as they say. Just for a flashing moment, it really looked like North Star were staring at a huge upset. Here's the little throw the dice for the Power. Shot on goal is blocked by Ali. Harvey with it. Harvey will look to get it back across, and it's collected from Thortel as Perez Rodriguez look to get onto it. It's now 90 minutes are up here at Nudgee Reserve. So, by Merriam looking to get onto it. He was looking for the corner flag initially, and it did actually go out for that goal kick. Well, North Star will be looking to bring this performance into their league campaign. Hasn't been the best of league performances from North Star, but certainly the highlight for them was they'll be beating Gold Coast United and being in front against Peninsula Power. And you just wonder if it was still 11v11, what might have happened. Phelps just gone through the back there. Perez Rodriguez, his Winlaw standing over it. Still looking for a consolation goal. And floats it in towards that far post. It's headed away from Driver. Here's Theodore. Theodore trying to do the fancy footwork. As Ali will get rid of it. Muzawa. Referee quite right, keeping his cards in his pocket as Seabert, his substitute, bringing down his opposite number. Murazawa, he's in a bit of space. He's got Joseph there. Miriam as well. And there's the icing on the cake. Miriam, cooler composed into the bottom corner. And in the end, Peninsula Power going into the next round in some style. Northlake. Seeding again. Can't be much time left at all. Referee still giving a little bit of time for Northside. North Star looking to throw this one into the box. It does go in. Head away. Ray thumps it away again. Joseph just up there on his own. Interesting battle from Purata and Joseph for large spells in the second half. Perez Rodriguez strong the foul. McKenzie. So switch it to Gray. It's not the best of balls, but won't trouble them at all. Here's Ali. And some clears. Theodore for Park. It's just a little bit away from him as Tom Fell having a wee look at his watch there. Ali. Murazawa. To get it in to Najofla, looking for his fourth, but might not get that tonight. Adamson picks up the park while Miriam with it. Here's Joseph. Joseph gets a little bit of room. Miyazawa looking to get on the score sheet himself here. Miyazawa, and he does. Miyazawa puts it well beyond Adamson. This classy finish as he gets it back onto his right foot. And Peninsula Power hits 7. You would not have thought that at 80 minutes of play here at Nudgee Reserve, but Peninsula Power are through to the next round in some style. North Star did really well. They battled so hard in this game, but in the end, going down to 10 men, it was always going to be difficult. At one point, they were dreaming 3-2 ahead, but Peninsula Power went up a couple of more gears. A hat-trick from Na Joseph and Joshua Woolley. Goals from Wa Miriam and Mirzawa, putting it beyond any doubt as they go into the Australia Cup. North Star can certainly keep their heads high. They battled hard and they kept Peninsula Power at bay for large spells of the game, but it's finished here at Nudgee Reserve. North Star 3, Peninsula Power 7.